Good afternoon, everybody. How's things? It's, seems to have been ages, doesn't it, since we last did a tile. Just one of those crazy things. But I'm sat in the sun today, so I've got the sun on my back. It is going to move as we get on with things, so hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on. Okay, so today, tile 182. I just want to sort of have a quick mention about before we sort of make a start. And I'm sure a lot of you know we recently lost one of our tanglers, Susan Crossling. Very nice lady, always very keen and positive, although I know she was unwell. But it's one of those things, and I want to dedicate today's tile to her. But I thought it was also nice that if you want to actually send the tile that you create today to me, I'll actually create a mosaic so I can send it on just as something from us tanglers. Of course, I'll give you a week to sort of get them in, so I can get them put together. That would be lovely. And I thought what would be nice as well is just to think about everybody else that we've lost. We've had such a bad 18 months, and we forget, don't we? Now things are getting back to normal. We forget that there are people that have lost their lives, and we're still suffering from that awful pandemic. So it sort of goes out today to everybody else who maybe has lost somebody, who is still unwell. So this sort of tile is a little bit of a remembrance kind of thing. And what I will do, once I get the tiles in and I've done the little mosaic, I think what would be nice, I'll take a photograph of it and then I'll put it onto my website so you can actually download it, of course, for free. So if you want to then print it off and I don't know, send it to somebody or use it yourself, then that'd be absolutely fine, I'm sure. So I just think that's quite nice, and we're such a lovely group. I thought you wouldn't mind us sort of working on that today. So here we go then. I've got a cream tile. I've actually put some ink on it, and I've splashed a little bit of watercolour paints over the top. So I'm going to come in and just because, if we are sort of doing a bit of a mosaic, I'm going to come in with a pencil. I'm actually going to measure today, which is perhaps a serious unknown for us. But, okay, here we go then. I'm going to start in the corners and I'm going to measure, there you go, on my ruler. See, I've got from a 0, I'm going to go to 1.5 centimetres and I'm going to go 2. Ooh, going to go 2. Be a rebel, okay? And then I'm going to do the same on this side. See, marked 2. Okay, so you see I've got 1 there, 1 there. I'm going to do that on all of the corners. So just sort of mark it out. There we go, see? And this is because it's going to work pretty well for us to sort of put them together afterwards. So, okay. I mean, if you're not, it doesn't matter. You can do these corners whatever size or shape you want. It doesn't really matter, but just if we're going to put them together. Okay. So there we go, you see? All right, straight in with pen then. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a curve. And again, if you've got John's ruler, you can do is I'm not going to do it, but you can line up the curves and you can draw it that way. But I'm just going to come in and put a curve in pure tangle style. As long as we know that this and this is the right size, okay? And then this one here, there and there. All right. And then this one here, there to there. And then this one, there, across to there. So I've got these lovely sort of little curls in the corner, little curves, you see? Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit large again, just so you can see. Oh, I do apologise, I keep knocking this this wire here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to create a loop shape straight in the centre there. Okay? And then I'm probably going to get a couple in. One there, look. And one there. I'm going to try and sort of make it so I get all 3 together. And then this one here, so I'm only going to get one there, but that doesn't really matter. Okay? And then same on this other corner. Little loop in the middle. Okay? And then again, I'm perhaps only going to get one there. It really doesn't matter, but try and make it so that they're full loops rather than half loops. There we go. Same on this side. And straight into the centre again with one. And then one here. Okay. And then again, I'm going to perhaps get a couple in here. Just seems to be how it's going. There we are. Oh, right on the edge. Alright, so I've got these little sort of shapes on both sides. I'm just going to unplug my power. Alright, so let's just bring in a little bit of design here. I'm just going to put a smaller loop on the inside there. Okay. There we are. Maybe a little bobble on the top. There we go. And just going to fill those in there. There we are. I'll come back and add a little bit more to these. A little bit. Oh, thanks everybody. Thanks for art and yeah. I know I did the stencils on Wednesday. I'm glad you all found them useful. Hopefully a little bit inspiring, so you can create a few slightly larger images. If you didn't watch Create and Craft on Wednesday, you can still catch up, because I did the butterflies, I did the flowers, and I showed you again how to sort of do the wolf. So if you want a little bit of hand with that, it's still on there. You just have to mute Dean for a little bit. Oh, I did the totem as well, didn't I? Yeah, I did the pig out the totem. So some nice bits and pieces there. I thought I'd go a bit larger and show you how. Oh, the mandala as well from the circle frames. That was quite a nice one, wasn't it? I hope you got the picture, because I know you asked me to post the picture of that one. And yeah, I did. And of course, in the USA, I managed to get a live in. So it was lovely to sort of be with you there. I didn't get in till just gone off past midnight. Oh my goodness, it's quite a long day, but it was worth it. I do love doing it. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 4 little corners in there, right? This little sort of flower going on. I might come back and add to that later, but I want to focus on the middle for now. So here we go. Rose, yeah, it is. It's true, isn't it? And I think sometimes as well to use some of those stencils, but use them in different ways. I mean, I did have a demo for the circle frames. You know, if you mark out around the outside and you've got a small stamp, you could actually use those marks to stamp a little design around. Actually, I'll post the demo later, because I'd got one prepped. I just didn't get time to do it. Okay, so I've got this little bubble sort of in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little, I say little loop, a loop coming from it there, like that, okay? Oh. And then I'm going to start sort of quite thin here, and I'm just going to make it a little bit fatter at the top, you see? Getting a bit thinner there. Okay. Oh, I know, Lorraine, it was lovely, wasn't it, to see all those different tangles and what people have done. I love when you send emails in. No, there you go. And then the same again. Just sort of, there we are. You see, it's a little bit fatter there than there. There we go. All right. And I'm going to do another one. I've sort of got 3 going on in there. They don't have to be the same size, it's fine. Okay. Nice and thin there, a little bit fatter, see? Getting thin again. All right. Minnie Mouse. Oh, but Minnie Mouse. Do you know that even Minnie and Mickey, their ears are always round, and it doesn't matter whether they're looking at you, whether they're at the side, whether they're front on, they're always round. I know these things. Okay, I've got 3 in, so I'm going to do another. But this time I'm going to start here. Okay. And then I'm going to come up and round underneath that one and back in that one there. Okay. And then quite thin there, look, getting a little bit fatter there and thinner in there. All right, so it's a loop behind a loop. Right, let's do another. So I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do something similar. So from in here, look. There we go. See, this time it's not going to quite go in all the way there. There we are. Okay. I know, Joe. I do like my Mickey Mouse. Yes. I'm sure you've noticed that I do have a couple of Mickey rings I wear. Oh, hang on a second. Here we go, look. There we are. See, there's one, look. And there's the other. Mickey Mouse. I know. We are crazy. There we are. Round and we go. And I go. Okay. So, nice and thin. A little bit fat around the top there. Going underneath. Alright. So let's just have a look at that in terms of where it is. Okay. You can see there that it's you know, not massive, but it's nice and sort of central in there. So here we go, next one. I'm gonna just bring it in and back. You see, it starts to sort of oh yeah. Do you know, I would love to do demos online. I will get round to it. It's honestly, as soon as I can, it's on my list. There we go. And I'm going to do a couple of Zoom classes and things as well, and hopefully we can get some more in, because the stencils that we do, they're fab. And I know sometimes you sort of sit at home and think, I can't remember what she did with that, and we don't want them sitting there, we want them being used. So let's do that. I do have actually, I don't know if you've seen again, something I need to post. I am doing the To the Moon and Back as a Zoom class with an American company called Tangle You, and that's on the 7th of November. So it's if you want to have a look at that, I'm going to be doing the To the Moon and Back. It's a 2-hour session, that. Are you, Rose? Yes, yeah. I do like my Harry Potter, as you well know if you've been here to Sanntangle headquarters. But, yeah. Okay. So you can see what we're creating here. We're just going underneath each time and then following it through, creating this lovely little flower. And, of course, it's nice to... you know, as you're doing it, just sort of remember why we're doing it today. You know, it's you know, I'm just grateful that we've been very lucky. We've been able to keep working, and you know, been able to support people out there, and you know, it's quite a... I'm going to make a little bit of that. It's quite a thing, isn't it? You know, we've all sort of stuck together and we've kept on. But, yeah, it's a nice thing. And of course, this tile now is it's like the tile we did for number 100, wasn't it? I think that meant a lot. And that one's always going to be something that you'll remember where you were and what colours you used when you did it. It's some tiles need that bit of poignancy, don't they? So, all right. See, I'm just sort of working it through, and if I can, I'm putting the little lines now underneath inside there. So you'll see as it works its way under and round. I'm not trying to create the same amount of petals on each side. I'm just sort of working my way around and building it gently. Okay, just taking my time. So let's do another one in here. See, you might think this is getting really confusing and you think, oh, I don't know where I'm going. But it's not really. You can just follow the lines, see where you're going with it. And moving on in there. So just take it a moment. So yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of us are headed to Peterborough tomorrow for Crafting Live. I know our Pauline Wheeler's going to go over there after the shows. She's on tomorrow, but no, it's not one I'm doing this year. I think it's Harrogate the week after. So it's one I booked before lockdown, so and I completely forgot about it till I had an email saying, okay, just a reminder. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there we go. And into another one. But no, you'll have a great time there. It'll be lovely. To let me know how you get on. I don't actually know who's going to be there. No. Well, I'm sure there'll be quite a few people, so have a great time if you're going. Just stay safe, you know. Remember that, yeah, we've got to be careful. I know, sorry Sue, I shall probably do it next year. And of course there's Doncaster next year, isn't there? I'll definitely do Doncaster. It's not far from where I live, so that's a good one. There we go. So I'm just continuing, you know, with this little design. Just remember to make it a little bit fatter at the top there. Same. Some of them have got slightly bigger gaps. You see, I can go all the way down with that one. I don't worry too much if they're not all in line. It's fine. And let's do another. Started to create quite a nice little, sort of like a rose kind of shape, isn't it? And just working my way around there. And of course, if you fancy coming over to Scunthorpe at some point, I've got a few classes on my website now that we've set up. Thought we could even, I've even booked one in for the 3rd of January. I know it's a bank holiday, and it's after Christmas, but I think it'd be really nice. You know, it's that kind of time of year, isn't it? You think, oh, Christmas is over, what do I do now? It'd be a really nice start doing something tangly there. That'd be nice. Okay. I know, Lynn, I love the shows. I used to love going to them. I can remember actually back in the day, and John used to just drag himself behind me, carry the bags. And he says he still does. Yeah, it was great fun. And then, of course, doing shows, it's so exciting doing a show. You never know what to expect, and you never know who you're going to meet. It's lovely. But now because we do shows as well, it is nice to still go to them, you know, just to do a bit of shopping, because you find when you're actually doing a show, you don't get time to go and have a nose. You can have a quick scan around in the morning before everybody comes, but then that's it. It's busy from there on. So Harrogate's going to be our first one, and Leslie, our CZT elf, is going to be doing the make and takes at Harrogate, so that'll be fun. Okay, Lots to go on, isn't there? Lots to think about. But there we are. See, I'm just keeping this going. See how it's growing. Oh, would you, Vicky? Oh, Vicky, I did speak to Dean. But, I think he forgot. You know what he gets like. I'll catch him next time for you. I'll pin him down. All right. Oh, Sue's gonna love you. Bribing him with cakes. All right. And the next one. Okay. See, just sort of taking my time. And we'll stop in a minute and just have a look at how far it's sort of come. See this one, look, I can go all the way in and down there if I want to. Let's have a little look at this. There we are. Oh God, if I move out of the way. There we are, look, see how it's growing. See, I'm going to come back and do another one here, I think. Let's draw that one in there. Okay. And a few more. I'm not going to fill the tile completely because, of course, it needs a little bit of foliage. I was going to say foliage then. But, yeah. We'll do that in a minute. For now, we'll just focus on this. I thought it would be kind of nice to do a rose. You know, it's just something that, you know, people associate with, you know, a bit of thought, isn't it? A bit of love. So, I hope she would have liked it. There we go. See, just looking now and just adding them where I think it's best. It's used to, I can, you know, change the shape as to how I want it to be. There we go. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. And again, just keep it a little bit wider at the top. And let's have one here. And, oh, I can do that one in there. See one coming around and see it's going underneath all of those. It's just sort of following it through, isn't it? And finding those little gaps. See, that one's going to go in there. That one there. And in we go. So, into those. Let's have a look. Okay. So I think now that's going to sort of leave it at that one there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more to it in terms of some little leaves. Let's have a look. There we go. You see there? Look, I've not missed that one. Let's put a little bit of a curvy line in. See? Little curve on the top. And then coming in from this point, not this point here, up and round. So these always come in handy, don't they? And it's one of the oldest tangles we know. But just adding it in, giving us a little bit of foliage in there makes all the difference. There we go. I'm not going to do these all the way around. Let's see how it sort of works out. If I come back out now, there we are. See, we've got a few there. Let's bring another one in. Again, it's absolutely no rush. You know that I tend to speed tangle when I'm demoing, so let's work on it. I want to take my time a little bit more because, of course, let's put this one in, the mosaic that we're going to do. So, see under here, see I'm still going underneath there, and then just adding in those. Okay, let's bring a few in on the other side now, and then I can go back and have a look in a minute and see if I need to do any more. Okay, into that one. Now I know there's a few of you that have messaged me recently. I do apologise. I've been packing and things, and as soon as I've got all that done, I'll get back onto it and I'll answer. So don't think I've ignored you. I've not. I've just, if I read it, then I think I'll do something about that, and then I tend to lose the message. So I think if I don't read it and then do it and act on it at the same time, I'll get there. Okay. I'm gonna bring a few more round, I think. I don't want it to sort of be even all the way around. I'm gonna add a few extra bits. Oh, hey Hannah, hello, thank you. Yeah. We all inspire each other on this page. So sometimes, you know, it might be something one of you have said, or some of the artwork that you're putting out on the Sanntangle group is amazing. I'm absolutely blown away by a lot of it. It's just fabulous. There we go. Of course, the tile swap. My tile swap was amazing. Okay, I'm going to add in some little curls now. You see? Then I'm going to go a little bit further round, almost to see sort of the 9 o'clock position, and then let's bring it back round. See? I'll take one out this way. Now, of course, you can do something different if you want. If you think, no, this is not mine, don't want to do the curly ones, then try something else, do something a bit different. I'm just going to have one in here because it's sort of sitting underneath there. They look really nice back to back. They like create little heart shapes and things, don't they? Okay. Let's do a few on this side as well. So, all the way around. Oh, don't we just like my doorbell? There we go. All right, and back in. There we go. Oh, it's our lovely, wonderful Hermes guy. There we go. He's absolutely fantastic, he really is. Love him to bits. He's come to collect all your parcels. I now know that they're in good hands until they get to the depot. Okay. Oh, Janet. Do you know, I know tile swaps, it's like sometimes you find out who's got them, sometimes you don't. And I think if you focus on the love of doing the tile, and it's like an act of kindness to someone, isn't it? Because not everybody's got access to putting photos on and things, and I'm sure that whoever gets all your tiles, they love them to pieces. I'm sure they do. But I understand. I know sometimes it's a little frustrating, but just take care, you know, in the idea that you've created something for somebody. So, okay, I've added a couple of little leaves in there, see now. Let's do a little one there. And there. Okay. All right. And then let's come back to this one. I'm going to go back to these little leaves. We could hear the Hermes guy.
It's Matthew.
His name Matthew. He's lovely. There we go. All right. You see, just little leaves. Let's do a couple here. There we go. Oh no, not at all, Janet. But I know it can be a little bit frustrating because you've done all the work and you want your tile to be seen. I know. It doesn't always happen that way. So even Leslie and I, we've had the same thing. But you know, I sort of think it's one of those that it's going to go on a journey, isn't it? And we don't know where it's going to go, where it's going to lead. So. Well, absolutely, yeah. We know, Viv. So yeah, and you know, they've created a tile. They know that it's going to arrive to somebody, and you know, but I don't know. Everybody's different, aren't they? And we've just got to have a little faith. There we go. All right, what am I doing here then? Goodness me, I'm getting all carried away. Look, a little bit of a line, a little teardrop on the end. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on this side. Okay. Isn't it lovely how the sun's sort of coming in and shining on it? Getting these lovely shadows, but let's add a couple of zingers in while we're here, eh? See if Julie was here. I'm not seeing Julie's name today. Okay, let's do another little bobble on the end, see? And then we just draw a little aura. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's bring in there. Okay, a little bit of a zinger there, but of course we can have a little bit of this sort of foliage as well. Now you can put as much or as little of this in as you like. It depends how you want your sort of tile to go here. Let's bring a little bit of a stem in there. And then same up on this one. There we go. Alright. And of course, just sort of working my way around now, just actually adding a few of these little fills in and little leaves. Just sort of building around the edges. There we go. And nice and gentle, so you can put as few or as oh, I'm going to put a big zinger in there. A few or as many as you like. There we go. And again, another one, but of course not forgetting a little bit of foliage as well. I know we get carried away with those zingers. There we go. And a little bit in here. Okay. So let's just add another one. Again, just sort of take a moment, have a look at your tile and just sort of think, well, do I need any more? How are we getting on with this? And into there we go. All right, you see, just adding a few in. Let's put zinger in there, and then we're going to stop and have a look at it. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, doesn't want to zoom. Oh, it does this sometimes, doesn't it? There we go. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, I think I'm going to come in now with a little bit of, with a little bit of pencil. So let's get some shading done. Of course, if you want to, you could come in and add a bit of colour. And to be honest, I might put a bit of colour in over the pencil. Let's see how far we get. So we've gone quite a way with this image, haven't we? So I'm just going to add my little sort of smirk in, the familiar smirk. Here we go. And let's then add a little bit of pencil either side. Now, of course, if you want to here, you can add in the pencil. You could use pastels. There we go. See, I'm doing it at the ends there. You can do a little bit underneath as well. And then round. So this time we've got to sort of really follow where we are with it. You see? And then underneath there, seeing a little bit there. Now at this point, I'm going to bring my tortillon in, and I'm just going to soften what I've done. I'm going to do it as I go, because if we're not careful, we're going to get a little bit confused with it, because we've got to work out which lines are going under where and who's doing what. So here we go. Okay. And it's nice to build it up at the end, but I think today we'll do it as we go. There we go. You see, I've just left a little bit of a highlight in the middle of each one. Okay, see there's one there, look. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on the edges of this bit. If I can see a bit underneath, see there? I'm going to add some to it. See there? I've got a little bit there. But this side, can't really see any, so I'm not going to. And again, just sort of on those edges. This one, look, it's a bit under there. And a bit under there. So I'm just working my way around. I'm going to do a few. And then come back in with the tortillon and just touch it around the edges there. See, just keeping it all going the same way, so where they've got a little gap. There we are. Okay, that way I'm not going to sort of forget that I've got a piece to add a bit of pencil into. All right. Okay, so just sort of working my way around. Now if you want to work one at a time, or you want to do them all first, then that's fine, and then use the tortillon after. It's just sort of having a bit of guidance so you can see where you're working to. I love drawing these, but then you do have to pay attention as to where the shade's going. But this is what creates that lovely detail, isn't it? Alright, let's do a few more, see. So if I can see it underneath, I'll add it. If not, I'm not going to worry too much. Alright, a few more. Oh no, Jackie, it's quite a bit of work, but you know, worth the effort, I think. It's worth having that moment, because let's go back to the basics and think, well, it's not about the end result, it's about how you feel about creating this, isn't it? And it's just how having a moment to yourself just makes you feel a little bit better. So really, it doesn't matter what the end result looks like. It's just about you having a go. So if you're on here and you've never done it before, then it's well worth just getting a bit of a piece of paper and just trying it. Just see if it just sort of helps you just for 5 minutes, just to take a breath and relax a little. Okay. Alright, see how it's sort of growing a little bit, and it's nice to have that slightly coloured background. So you've got something to work to. So it might be nice to add a touch of colour into these little bands. But I'm just going to see how it works for now. Okay. You see, working around this takes a little bit longer, or it seems to. But at least I know where I'm shading. Okay, so I'm going to just do these few while I'm here, and then I think I'll work my way around and go from there. Again, not being neat particularly, it's just about adding some of that pencil in. Yeah, let the tortillon do the work. There we go. Of course, this could look really nice with a dark tile and just done in white, wouldn't it? It's quite nice too. So, okay, let's turn it round. Alright, there we go. Just sort of adding little bits either side. See underneath, if you see one. See there, look, underneath. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You just want some in these sections here. So, okay. You see, just sort of taking my time and adding that touch of the tortillon in there makes all the difference. Alright, moving it round. Again, back in with that pencil. See, at this point it doesn't matter if you don't get all of them underneath, because they all sort of intermingle, don't they? you're just sort of taking each one nice and gentle, working it round. Alright. See, it's just systematically trying to remember where you're going. See, there's a couple there, look. Just adding in that little bit of softness as you go round. Of course, if you've got a coloured tile, you could always go back on that highlight section, use your white pencil to do that. There we go. So back in with the tortillon. Okay. We're going to come back to this in a minute. We've not quite finished that yet, but what I am going to do is add a little curve, you see, just on each of those, and then just a little one on there. And again, I'll just sort of keep it in the same style today, and I'll just soften those out. See, not trying to fill the whole thing. There we are. Okay, just again, one round. And there. Add in that little bit of pencil. It doesn't matter which side you do, or if you change sides. It's just about adding something. You see, I forgot that one, but there's plenty of graphite on my tortillon to add a little bit there. Okay. You see, just sort of touching it up a little bit. No, 1 second. Got a fantastic cup of tea here. Oh, goodness me, that's nice. There we go. Let's see, just add that one. Back in, pencil. Oh, Glenys, I noticed that you'd booked for the classes. Now I'm so excited. It's going to be great. It's nice that so many people booking on. It's going to be fabulous. I really enjoy it. I love actually having people over. It's going to be a good weekend, or day, or whatever you're going to do. It's fine. Hopefully I've given people enough notice this time. I know the opening was a little bit short notice, but hopefully you've got time, because I've put end of November, I've put some December ones in there, and of course January, so plenty to go, plenty to go at. All right, let's come on to this one. I'm just going to add some top and bottom. Okay, you see, and I'm going to actually do the pencil all of them first. Okay, same round. There we go. Just little bits around the top edge on that one. And along here. There we go. And let's just soften them off. And again, I'm just going to work towards the centre, but I'm not going to actually get to the centre. On here. This one. Okay. So that's sort of almost first layer. There's a few more bits of shadows we need to do. It's a bit long now. Alright, so you don't need to rush at all, just take your time. And there. See where it heads. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. There we go. Right, not too bad. We've still got a few bits to do though. So now I'm going to come on in and I'm going to create pencil around that curve. See, on the inside I've done that one, and I've gone quite quite heavy with it. All right. Same with this one. All right. Around, you see? So let's have a look at this. I'm going to come round. See, around, not all the way round, maybe 3/4 of the way round that first bubble that I drew. Let's go a little bit larger. And then I'm going to go around the outside, see, straight over some of these shapes. See, I'm pressing on quite a bit here, and I'm just sort of going over everything that I've drawn, over the outer edge there, you see? And just sort of pushing that shadow there, you see? I'm not going underneath and in the loops this time. I'm just going around that outer edge, you see? So I could actually go all the way up and do all of these. You see, I'm just, as I say, just going over the top, so I'm not going underneath there. I'm just going to do the tops of each one. Okay, and I have applied a little bit more weight to this. Okay. I know this can be a little bit scary when I start adding extra depth and more graphite, but go with it, be fine. It just needs that lift to bring it a bit more to life, see? And then this one. Okay. See how that sort of works? So sometimes having that extra darkness makes quite the difference. Okay, just working my way around. This is where just building that depth up starts to give it a little bit of a hint of life. I think actually I'm going to bring in my white pencil in a minute just to add to it. There we go. So let's have a look what this is looking like. Okay, ooh, look at the difference there. Okay, so let's just soften the edges just a touch. I'm not going to try and move them too much. I'm just going to sort of follow around, you see, just with that tortillon. Just any sort of rough edges then, they'll sort of be softened a bit, but it's not like I'm blending it completely. It's just softening it a touch. It's just taking that edge off. Okay. There we are. So just sort of working my way around. And if you miss one, it doesn't matter. It's just all about giving it a bit of a go and making it look a little different. There we go. Just softening it up that little bit makes a difference, doesn't it? It just gives it a little bit of an edge. Well, no, it's not. It's my my regular pencil. It's the one that's on my website now with my name on. So it's a little bit softer than a HB, I must admit. But see, it's giving me quite an impact there, isn't it? It's lovely. I think around the outside, I'm just going to come round and just sort of swirl it a bit. There we go, just to make it round a bit more. See that one? I think it needs a bit more. Just to sort of soften it away. There we go. Okay. We've put quite a bit of graphite on this, but I think it's really giving it that three-dimensional feel it needs. There we go. And then of course we've got these lovely corners. And I'm just going to come on in and just round that, see, just soften that off. So I've gone in circles and then just fill it round. Vicky, surely not. Surely not trying to hide anything. There are no mistakes. And then on to this one. There we go. And the next one. Kim, if you're looking for a hotel up here, you need the Premier Inn. It's the Scunthorpe one, because there's two lakesides. There's a lakeside in Doncaster and in Scunthorpe. So you want the Scunthorpe one, which is literally 5 minutes away from where we are. Okay. So I'm going to come in, I've got my white pencil here. I'm just going to add that little sort of bit of white, and again it might not be massively noticeable, but it just sort of cleans up that highlight area. And see, just sort of kick round. And I'm not going to blend this, I'm just going to add some, just sort of around that edge. You see, just in the middle where I've got the bit. Yeah, you can see it a little, can't you, from the camera? Okay. Just sort of a little bit in the middle, so you see? There we go. Sort of just working my way around. Okay, even a bit in the middle maybe there. Okay, and I think, again, I'm just going to add a little bit just in the middle of those. I don't want to sort of lose all of that lovely inking that's on the other side of it, but just add a little bit in. Okay, go. All right, now I did mention a little bit of colour in there, didn't I? I'm just going to bring in my dark blue, and I'm just going to apply just a little bit, you know, at where the shadow is, where I put that pencil, a bit there. And again, it's not about seeing a lot of it, it's just giving that little hint of colour just to sort of go in with the rest of the tile. And just a little bit in those shadows, you see. Just sort of warms that colour up a little bit. Of course, you can't use your tortillon if you're using oily based pencils, as you know, so just be careful of it not going too far into the work, because otherwise you've got to start blending it, and you don't want to do that. You just want a little bit of colour, you see. So I think as I get a little bit further out, I'm going to swap now. I'm going to come to a lighter blue. Yeah. Oh, Julie, of course. Yeah, we did do a Halloween tile last year. Can't remember what number it is. It's in book 5, I want to say. But we did do one. Yeah, I think it's in book 5. So yeah, absolutely. Spooky-ish type of tangly type of thing. Absolutely. Okay. Of course, don't forget we've got Tile Swap 10 coming up soon. It's always the 3rd Monday in the month, always. So don't forget that one. Alright, okay, so it's only got a touch of colour in there, nothing much. If I show you, look, it's not got much, it's just got a little bit of warmth there. I think that's kind of nice just to sort of work on. It's, there you go, maybe just a little bit in the middle there. Let's bring it round a touch. Okay. So just for those of you who joined us a little bit later and don't know, today's tile was dedicated to Susan Crossling, who passed away last week. She was one of us. She was a tangler, and I just think it's a nice tribute to actually do that for her. And of course, what I'd like to do is, if you're up for it, is if you send me your tile that you've done, or if you want to do another tile, I'll put it together as a mosaic so I can send it to her family on our behalf. And then of course, if you know, if you've lost somebody, or you quite like the idea of just a little bit of a memory thing, then I will take a photograph of this and put it onto my website so you can download it for free, to say of course, so you can then have a copy of this and maybe pass it on to somebody, or you know, just as a remembrance kind of thing. It'd be nice. So yeah, Sue, we're gonna miss you. So here you go. Hope we've done you proud today. Hope we've done you a tile in style, and you know, we'll remember this day, won't we? We'll remember this tile. We'll remember where we were, what we were doing, and yeah, it's just going to be nice, isn't it? So take care, Sue, and take care everybody else. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're going to Crafting Live, then spend lots of money, have great times, have fun, and go and speak to people. So other than that, I will see you all next week. So take care for now. Have a wonderful one and stay safe, everybody. Okay, bye.